Hello everyone, MFPallytime here. Welcome back to Heroes of the Storm. Hope you guys are having a great day today. Today is the first day of Anna's official release. She was on the PTR for a week. We checked her out a little bit. There was a theory crafting video that I'll link at the end of this one if you want to see my thoughts on all of her talents. Keep in mind I was really tired, I was sick, and wasn't all there for most of that stream, but you know what? It happens sometimes. Anna is pretty fun though, has a good mix of talents that allow her to be very aggressive and offensive and deal a lot of damage, but also a nice mix of talents that allow her to heal. That being said, healing with Anna can be pretty difficult if your team is super slippery, moving around a lot. Just had a Tracer on my team last game. That was pretty hard to keep up with, but if you like skill shots and you like supporting, this may be the character for you.
Anna checking in.
So I guess there's an event going on right now where you click on a bunch of loot crates. The more you click on, the faster you can move to click on other loot crates. I don't really know how it works. I also didn't know this was going to be an event. So when the last game started, it kind of freaked me out a little bit. And by a little bit, I mean, it scared the shit out of me because it was my first game. I just woke up. I wasn't ready. I think we're slightly ahead of the enemy team. My strategy is always to just find my own little corner and click on stuff. And I think most of the time we won. Hey, our team found the golden thing. I don't even know what we're supposed to do there. Anyway, at level 1, we are going to go for a detachable box magazine. Our quest is to stack 5 doses of poison onto our adversaries. This is done by auto-attacking them. So, basic attacks, apply a dose to non-structure enemies, dealing additional damage over time. That's our goal. That's what we're trying to do. And, you know, we're pretty good at it. We just attack stuff. It's not that complicated. They take damage over time, and then with that damage over time, hopefully we whittle them down to nothing. Again, our quest is to stack up 5 applications of this at a time on our adversaries, and if we continue to do that, then we get other bonuses that help us out along the way. Now, unfortunately, the friendly team didn't fare too well in that first fight. Ragnaros is going up to the top lane to soak that right now, so hopefully he'll be okay. We need to make sure the enemy team's Artanis doesn't pull us in. So after stacking this up 5 times, doses deal 50% increased damage to enemies with 5 doses on them. After reaching 15 times, oh, don't get out of there, get out of there. You'll be okay, just run away. Oh God, everybody's body blocking me. I got you, don't worry, I got you. Yeah, we kept him safe, team, we kept him safe. Let's see if we can stack up those doses real quick. Unfortunately, we weren't able to, and she died before we were able to do anything else, and we're taken down. No! Okay, after reaching max dosage 15 times, the reload ability can now be activated to gain 3 additional charges of healing dart. So even though you're not necessarily going for a healing ability at level 1 with our talents, it does improve our capability of healing. So it does allow Anna to kind of build for DPS, but also supplement her healing at the same time if she's good enough at dealing DPS. Now, I haven't quite been able to max out those doses just yet on anyone. They keep being slippery and getting away at the last moment, but I'm hopeful that we'll be able to. So our Q ability is called Healing Dart. It does have a pretty decent range, but it is a skill shot, which means just inherently it's pretty hard to keep people alive with. Also, how the ability works is it just simply attaches to the first target that you hit. So if you are in a clustered team fight and you're trying to heal one specific character, you may have some trouble doing that. Let me hit her 2 more times, just 2. Okay, we'll get our max doses on him. That's fine, I don't mind. You'll notice right now I'm having a little trouble getting away from Artanis. That is one of the big drawbacks to playing as Anna. She simply does not have reliable ways to keep herself alive. The main way she does that is with Biotic Grenade, and that's on a pretty substantial cooldown of 15 seconds. So right now, I'm very vulnerable to enemy team aggression if we get caught out up here. Hopefully he doesn't chain us. That was scary, I didn't like it. But if we position properly and we have our team support, we should be a-okay. Sleep Dart in there on the enemy team's Jaina. Sleep Dart is basically a 1-second stun that is then coupled by 2.5 seconds of putting the target to sleep if they are not damaged by any sources. If they are damaged by any sources, then that sleep is effectively canceled immediately. So if your team doesn't hit the target, it's great CC. If your team does hit the target, it's just a 1.5 second stun that can be used to interrupt various things that the enemy team may or may not be doing. Good chains from Kel'Thuzad there are going to take me down, unfortunately. So the Biotic Grenade is the only way to heal ourselves, but it also has an offensive component. It's not just purely defensive. If we throw this at our enemy opponents, enemy players, then what's going to happen is they are not going to receive any healing. So all of a sudden we have a very, very good counter to things like Ancestral Heal, or just opportunities where your team is going in trying to burst down a target. Suddenly you can make that burst even more like scary, even more terrifying, because the support on the enemy team knows that they cannot keep that target alive no matter what they do. So I did go for the overdose talent at level 4. This means that I'll be able to get 2 doses. Oh man, Kel'Thuzad's really good. I'll get 2 doses of our poison stacked up on a target if I'm able to hit them with the sleep dart. I'll get 2 doses if I'm able to hit them with the grenade, and then all I have to do is land a single auto attack after that in order to get 5 doses stacked up on the target. Basically, it just means that our quest that could take a little while to complete becomes easier to complete if we kind of land these abilities. Doesn't have to be a combo, but if you land the combo, you know, it's pretty good. We are asleep right now, which is kind of terrifying with an Artanis on the enemy team, but it looks like they're not going to do anything with that. We are going to go for Mind-Numbing Agent versus these guys. Every application of our poison on the enemy team is going to provide a spell power damage reduction, capping out at 75% when we're at full dose. Oh, I missed my skill shot. Which is insane versus characters like Kel'Thuzad, because it basically cuts off all the healing that they'd be capable of doing. Let's go ahead and throw the grenade down here. Try to keep our gray main alive as we're backing up. Unfortunately, the enemy team did throw a really... move! Now that was one of those situations where I couldn't just shoot my skill shot off right away because Greymane was in between myself and Nova. So the skill shot would have hit Nova, would not have healed Greymane, at least with this particular build. There are workarounds for that. If you want to specialize in the sleep darts at level 1, it does allow your Q ability to pierce through targets. I wanted to go for something that could give me a bit of damage, but also allow me to deal plenty of, okay, hold on. I wanted to go for a build that allowed me to deal some damage, but also allowed me to heal for a decent amount. Which I think this is a pretty happy middle ground. I think we're very capable at pretty much all aspects of Ana's kit with this build. Seems pretty balanced. The enemy team is ahead on the race, so we are going to need to defend this time around. We are 1 level ahead, though, almost exactly. So we're in a pretty good spot. We don't have to worry about them hitting level 10 or anything in this engagement. Jaina stepping up pretty far here. We'll go ahead and heal up Varian, no problem. Throw out the grenade, and Jaina will be taken down. She could not receive any healing as she was moving forward. As we are moving forward, I am trying to keep Varian alive, which I think I'm doing a decent job of. Ragnaros powering into this enemy team right now is doing a lot of damage, and just like that, we're going to pick up 3 easy kills and move in on offense here. Nicely done, nicely done. Now, we do have an important decision to make at level 10. Do we want to increase the power of our allies with Nano Boost? What it does is it gives them some mana back, but also increases their ability power by how much? How much? 30%. 30% spell power. Pretty good. Pretty good. Allows characters that are mages, so for instance Kel'Thuzad on the enemy team, honestly probably even Greymane if he goes for some kind of Q build, to deal a ton more damage. Ragnaros also a perfectly acceptable target for that as well, but the problem is if they don't use that damage, then you're effectively wasting the ability. I do have some complaints with Nano Boost. I just don't think it's noticeable enough whatsoever. When we were even using it on comms, on rank win, and trying to organize team comms specifically based around Nano Boost, it seemed like our team was having a hard time noticing when that ability power was active. So instead of using that, we're simply going to go for the Eye of Horus, which turns Ana into the sniper that Nova should have been. I'm just going to go ahead and say that right now. Well, I canceled that. Oh, I wasted. Oh my goodness. Now, because I didn't shoot at all, because I didn't get any value out of it, you'll notice that Eye of Horus is only on a 9-second cooldown. So it's like if it got canceled while the enemy team was pushing in on us or something. I used it at a bad time, was able to cancel it, now I have the cooldown ready to go again. I forgot it doesn't shoot through buildings, so it would have impacted that building there, which wouldn't have done me any good. But it gives us global range. global range. Allows us to sit around and help our Nova even harass enemy adversaries, or we can even heal our allies with this. How it works is you get down into a crouched position, you look down the scope of your gun, and then you can attack anywhere on the map with, I think, something like 8 charges. Uh-oh. I got you. I got you. I got you. And these 8 charges, if you shoot an ally, it heals them. If you shoot an enemy, it deals damage. I think that's so cool. I'm trying to heal Varian right now, but Greymane unfortunately was dancing in front of me, so I wasn't able to actually land any abilities on him. Luckily, he didn't take too much damage. He's going to be okay. Eye of Horus. Oh, she's lucky. She's lucky. Come on out. How is it? It's like auto-targeting to my allies, even though I'm trying to be really precise with my clicks here. Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to use that again. I will say, though, on the... God damn it. On the PTR, that was bugged real bad. The odds of you getting a full 8 charges off on Eye of Horus was really, really poor. Most of the times you only got 2, maybe 3 shots off before the ability was canceled, so I didn't get a lot of time to actually practice it. But I'm glad to see that it is working on Ana's release. Very glad to see that. Alright, we're healing up Greybane. He's going to be okay. Ragnarok's doing okay. Everyone seems okay. Let's move in and help out on this objective. Now, I do need to land some more stacks on this. I need them real bad to get my quest going, so hopefully we can get some easy grenades out here. Sleep dart out on... No. Oh, I couldn't move at all. Great. Ring of Frost is going to lock me down in position. Looks like Ragnarok's going to die with me as well. Greymane, Nova are able to take down the enemy team's Artanis. Well, could just overextended just a little bit there, and they got so much value out of it. Varian Rin going in with his shield protected, by the way, is taunting Jaina in place. Will we be able to secure the kill here? It's looking pretty risky as Varian is at literally 1 HP, now being taken down. Greymane very, very low on health right now. We could Eye of Horus and keep him in that fight. I just don't think I'd be very good at it. Do we want... Let's go with Healing Dart removes roots. So if Kel'Thuzad is able to land a combo on one of our allies, we should be able to keep them alive, no problem. Unfortunately, as I mentioned before, she has a very hard time escaping enemy teams, so positioning is so important there. I was trying to use my Sleep Dart as a combo to get more doses going on targets because we're only 7 out of 15 right now. I'd like to be a little bit further along, but I immediately was surrounded by the enemy team, and because Sleep Dart was on cooldown, it's a very important cooldown, I wasn't able to get away from anything. Kind of letting my team down right now. Once again, a good Ring of Frost from Jaina. They are focusing Ragnaros down. We're going to be up in 5 seconds if he's able to stay alive. He is going to go down, though. Greymane back in the fight. Eye of Horus is up. I'm going to go ahead and use it now and try to just heal up our Varian, maybe our Greymane with it as he's running away. I'm trying so hard, please! Please! Dude, I couldn't have done any more than that. I tried to keep him alive. I tried to keep him in the fight, but his health was just ticking away, and our allies didn't move back in to help. The enemy team's Jaina is almost done with her quest, so she is going to have Ice Block soon. Kel'Thuzad is done with his, so he's dealing some pretty sizable damage numbers right about now. Let's just try to keep our Varian alive. I threw out the combo. We got our doses on Artanis, and he started to back up immediately. But Varian still pretty far forward here. Oh no, that's not what I wanted at all. Ragnaros is going to become the building. Will we use this aggressively? That remains to be seen. Full doses on Sylvanas, and she is going to be taken down. That's honestly some pretty good burst damage. I really like that. Again, in my theory crafting video, I was a little confused. I thought that had to be used in tandem, but it's just like if you have your E ability off cooldown and you land it on someone, you're just getting free stacks. And we deal increased damage to this guy as he's moving forward since we have half of our level 1 quest done. So it does help out on PvE objectives like that and cutting its health down a little bit. Unfortunately, there's no numerical representation for that in the current stat screen. The Philly team looking like they want to get the camp up top. I am more than happy to help them do that. One thing that you can kind of do on Ana that's a little cool, I mean, it's not groundbreaking or anything, but you could stay in lane getting XP and just heal them over the wall. You know, kind of get the best of both worlds there. The enemy team is rotating down to the bottom lane. I don't think I want to use Eye of Horus for this, although it is an option. Instead, I think we're just going to push top, get a free building. Level 16 has been unlocked, and we are now going to go for, I don't know, I kind of like Sharpshooter, although my accuracy with my heal has not been that good this game. Sharpshooter, what it does is every time we land a dart, like consecutive darts, we increase the ability power up to 50%. So here's one. I mean, they don't necessarily have to heal. You can just cast them whatever you want to, get them primed for a fight, and then when your allies start taking damage, you have a big dart lined up ready to help them. Artanis is moving towards us a little bit. I did, unfortunately, miss the original sleep grenade, but we're moving in right now, and we're looking pretty good. Ugh. I wasn't able. I was too weak, I'm sorry. Oh no, I'm missing everything now. We could Eye of Horus and potentially pick off their... Oh, Kel'Thuzad. Got him. Where's Sylvanas? Where'd she go? I couldn't find her, Also, fucking Ragnaros was just standing in front of me. That's such a big pain. I'm trying to deal global damage and people just stack up right. I mean, she's brand new, right? She just came out today. It's okay for people to know that. But I was like, yo, where are my shots going? Why is there a Ragnaros icon on my screen? I don't understand. We did get numbers advantage here, though. And it looks like we are going to be starting on the objective before the enemy team is able to get back into position. There's no visual indicator for doses here, but as you can see, we are dealing that bonus damage, and we should be able to melt this guy pretty fast. It's actually a pretty sizable amount of damage. I mean, Ragnaros was stunned there, and you can see we were still melting this thing just on our own. The enemy team is starting to reassemble. They are moving in and honestly racing us pretty well here, so we are going to need to group up and defend. I agree with Varian. I think we have the better defense comp for sure. Sylvanas moving forward. We do miss the initial grenade, but I think we'll be able to keep her alive. As long as she doesn't dodge our skill shots too much. We do have full doses on the enemy team's Artanis, and he is now moving away in fear. Tried to heal our Greymane there, but Nova walked right in front of me, body blocked that heal, and I wasn't able to keep him alive. That's so frustrating as a support. I mean, I was trying to do the right thing. I was moving in position to do the right thing, but unfortunately I couldn't. I have Horus coming out just because I want to poke at these guys. Maybe we can keep our variant alive, but once again, you'll see Ragnaros' fat ass is stopping every single one of my heals that I was intending for Varian Rin. That being said, we do have quite the sizable numbers advantage right now, and while no one's moving, it's pretty easy to just stack up your consecutive healing bonus right now. You'll see we're at 10 stacks, and we're healing for a really good amount of health every 2 seconds, as long as we continue not to miss. The friendly team is going to be at full health. We are missing Greymane, but he'll be respawning soon. Kel'Thuzad located down in the bottom lane. We don't have Eye of Horus to help with this, but will Varian be able to do it on his own? I'm a little worried. I'm a little worried, team. We'll go ahead and remove that root. I'm mind controlled right now. Well, that's not what I was expecting. We'll just get one more dose out on Jada before we die. Throw out all of our abilities. Was not expecting the mind control there. The friendly team still going in, still trying to deal damage. It looks like we're just giving up our lead now, but the lava, there was no need for any of that. Sad face. Oh, I don't have Ana emotes. That feels bad, man. That feels bad. Yeah, we were outnumbered. The objective was push top. We could have just got in with the objective up top. It's not going to get the keep down. They'll be able to regroup and take this out, I think. Maybe not. Yeah, okay, it's dead. Okay, it's dead. I take that back. Now, at level 20, we do have some interesting options, even for an auto attack build, kind of like the one we're running right now. Basic attack increases attack speed by 10%. This massively increases your single target DPS. Excuse me. Or we could go for somnolent doses, which every time we hit 5 doses on a target, we put them to sleep. I don't know how that works for consistent damage on that same target, like if we continue to shoot them. Maybe that's something we should test out right now. But dynamic shooting would definitely improve our healing or our damage output on Battlefield of Eternity, because we're just sitting still idly by, just shooting at an immortal for quite some time. So that would help out a ton. I don't know if we want to do that though. I don't know. Oh, I have Horus. We'll heal up Ragnaros. Deal some damage to Jaina. There we go. Secure that kill. Heal up our buddies, no problem. And then, oh, I can't use the mini-map at all. We'll just heal up Barry and hopefully he gets out of there. I'm nowhere near him. Nowhere near him at all. Let's go for a dynamic shooting. We'll just deal more damage to the Immortal when that Immortal is up. Where's Varian? Is he okay? Yeah, he's fine. He's doing okay. We did miss the heal, though. Feels real bad, man. Feels real bad. Oh, good precision strike. Did cut off Sylvanas' retreat there. Oh, so close. So close. We might actually be able to end the game right here if we wanted to. I should just be stacking on my heal right now because our allies aren't dodging too much. They're not freaking out. They're not trying to reposition. They're just idly moving, so we can get our heal stacked up quite nicely here as the objective is approaching. And now look at this attack speed. Look at it go. Look at it ramp up. Isn't this ridiculous? Isn't this ridiculous? I love this build. This build's so fun. Nova calling out danger. I don't really know on what. We'll just... Okay, so they do have to be missing a little bit of health for the stack to work. I see. I got you. I thought I could just build it up, like, anytime I wanted. I'm just gonna deal damage to this thing, I think. If they want to fight, that's kind of on them. Never mind. We'll go help. Oh! Boys, we're in, boys! Yeah, you land those auto attacks. We got it. Get in there, Varian. I believe in you. Okay, Varian, I don't know if I believe in us any longer. We are taken down by the enemy team's Artanis as he dies forward. We should be able to finish off the objective, no problem here. And if we finish it off right now, it kills Core. If we get it now. As long as we don't die. Like, everyone was really, really low on health. I just didn't want anyone to die. You know what I mean? Like, we probably could have rushed the core and ended it if I was alive, but everyone was getting really low. I just wanted to protect them. That's all I wanted. Good job, team. All right, so I feel like this game went relatively okay. We definitely could have stacked up our detachable box magazine a little bit more. If we did finish that off, this would become an activatable ability here. And then we would be able to use that and get 3 charges of our healing dart to fire off at our team. So even though this is an offensive kind of based build where we're going in, we're being very aggressive with our cooldowns and our auto attacks, we would be able to still heal for a pretty substantial amount of health as well. Eye of Horus is up. Could not keep him alive, unfortunately. We can poke at these guys for a second, though. Keep our gray main alive as he's trying to run away. He's still juking me right now. Feels real bad, man. Feels real bad. The allies shouldn't even need to help this Immortal to get the core down, though. And that is going to be GG. So Ana's pretty fun. There's a few builds for her that work out really well. This is just the one that I like. Now that I understand the talents a little bit more. If you do want to watch the theory crafting video, we are going to have an annotation for that in just a moment. Excuse me, just a moment. But keep in mind that I was really under the weather, just woke up, wasn't feeling that good, and my brain wasn't all there that day. And I think it was very, very apparent. I think it was very apparent. Oh, look at that. Thanks. Talents we used in today's video if you want to play along at home. Detachable box magazine, into overdose, mind-numbing agent, Eye of Horus, purifying darts, sharpshooter, and dynamic shooting. Do not get me wrong. I think that Nano Boost, which I'm covering up right now, is a fantastic ability. And especially if you're playing with someone that's on comms with you, you're talking to someone on Discord or whatever, get Nano Boost. It's fantastic. But in the chaos of quick match, a lot of people won't even notice that Nano Boost is active until it has a more vocal announcement. Like, you can always hear Stem Drone going off. It's super loud. Nano Boost is just like, hey, go ahead. I just hit my monitor. Whereas Eye of Horus, it's like on your own terms. You can use it when you want to, and it can keep your allies alive or even deal damage, which is great for a quick match scenario. Thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed today's video, and I will see you all next time. If I could find the button to stop recording.